Okay, so let's talk about The Idol because it is Cannes week and The Idol will actually be premiering at Cannes. So we definitely do want to talk about The Idol and see what is it going to get, right? Is it going to get some praise? Is it going to get some backlash? What will be the situation when The Idol premieres at Cannes later this week? So if you don't know, The Idol comes from Abel Tesfaye, which is The Weeknd, and he has created this show and he basically said that this was the pitch for it, and this is what Levinson says. He says to W Magazine, he says, Abel came to us with a pitch. He said something that I'll always remember. If I wanted to start a cult, I could. And very much so, that is something that's interesting to me that he would say, right? Because it very much so falls in line with The Weeknd and why we think now he probably didn't like how the show was first going in the direction that it was going, because we'll talk about that in a bit, but there was a whole show that was shot at first and then they weren't exactly pleased with how the show turned out, and so they said, you know what, scrap it, we'll start again. That's when Sam Levinson came in and they did something different. I talked all about this whole controversy and everything with the Rolling Stone article with Levinson and all of that in another video. If you're on Spotify, go check it out on my YouTube channel. If you're on YouTube, it should be on the YouTube channel. But then Levinson goes on to say is what he meant is that his fans were so loyal and devoted that they would follow him anywhere. That was the germ of the idea for The Idol. What happens when a pop star falls for the wrong guy and no one speaks up? I think that that definitely is an interesting way to look at this. And I'm very interested in seeing what the show is going to feel like now, because like I said, in the original whole thing that they shot beforehand, before Levinson came on, before all of that, the original director who was working with The Weeknd and everything said that the first whole draft and everything and part of the show that they were working on was more in tune with Jocelyn's character, who is played by Lily Rose Depp, and more of a female perspective and look at things. Of course, that wasn't exactly what they wanted apparently from the show, and so that's when that person got cut, which was director Amy Seimetz, and we saw that Sam Levinson came on board. Like I said, there was this whole pivot, and this is what Tesfaye had to say about this. He said that I don't release my music until I think it is great. Why would this be any different in regards to doing a whole pivot to the show now, getting Levinson and doing everything else again? So they wanted more of the focus to be on The Weeknd's character and how he becomes this cult person of sorts. We do know that a lot of this was also shot during his tour and everything, some of these episodes as well. His name of the character that he plays, Tedros, is very much so taking aspiring star Jocelyn under their wing and trying to get them to that next level, as we see in the trailer. That's all we pretty much know about. Now, according to the Rolling Stones article that I said, there was some talk about some of the scenes being a little bit too much, a little bit too sexual, all of that stuff. And we haven't seen the show. We're definitely going to see what happens with that. But we do know that the episodes were a little bit different than what the original director had in mind, and I'm curious to see how this is all going to turn out. But we do have some other articles here talking about Abel talking that he almost didn't know how to sing after this. So he said this during a interview. He said, I don't know what just happened, but I just lost my voice. That's what he said to the crowd at the stage. This is killing me. I don't want to stop the show, but I can't give you the concert I want to give you right now. I'm going to make sure everybody's good. You'll get your money back. I'll do a show real soon for you guys, but I wanted to come out and personally apologize. So he said that he thinks that that show was canceled, and we saw that footage in Los Angeles back last year. And so now we know that in a recent interview with W Magazine, he said that it was actually because of The Idol. He tells them that on W Magazine, I had to take off the Weeknd outfit, put on the Tedros wig, shoot with Jocelyn, then go back to being the Weeknd. It was tough to go from one head to another. Then, after the concert, I lost my voice. No voice came out at all. That's never happened before. My theory is that I forgot how to sing because I was playing Tedros, a character who doesn't know how to sing. I may be looking too deeply into this, but it was terrifying. As The Weeknd, I've never skipped a concert. I perform with the flu. I'll die on that stage, but there was something very complicated going on with my mind at that moment. Definitely interesting for sure what they're talking about here with him saying he got so lost in that character. And you know what? I know when it's time to start ramping up the marketing for a show and all of that, we're going to get these little tidbits here and there from the creators, from the stars and everything. So I think this is not going to be the end of us hearing a lot about this. this whole thing going on with the show, this sort of like diving so deep into characters we get lost in them. It's just the way it always works for any show or movie. You got to build up that drama, that theater. That's always what you need to sell a show. And you know what? Let them do what they got to do. But like I said, it's going to be interesting what they're going to be doing with this show once it's released, because like I said, the amount of drama and everything that's been boiling for this show, it is going to be a very watched show for sure once it premieres later in the summer, and we'll definitely be talking about it here. So he had to say this about the acting and the music that he's been juggling so far. I'm going through a cathartic path right now. It's getting to a place in a time where I'm getting ready to close the Weeknd chapter. I'll still make music, maybe as Abel, maybe as the Weeknd, but I still want to kill the Weeknd, and I will. Eventually, I'm definitely trying to shed that skin and be reborn. So definitely we can see that he is maybe seeing a way to continue on with maybe making more shows, acting, all of that, and sort of shying away from the Weeknd character, who we've seen has gone through a lot of different looks and all of that, and it definitely would fit into the narrative and the story that he has been building all these years. But I think that there's definitely a wait to see on how the Idol will perform, especially premiering at Cannes, which is one of the most prestigious film and TV like festivals. So we're definitely anticipating to hear the first reactions, the first reviews for the Idol, and we will definitely keep you noted here. So make sure you keep following us for all of that. But what are your thoughts and opinions on the Idol and everything that the Weeknd, that Levinson and them have had to say? But we are still currently running a giveaway over on our YouTube channel. So if you want to enter that giveaway, all you have to do is make sure you're subscribed to our YouTube channel. Make sure you comment on the YouTube video, whichever one you want that you want to enter the giveaway. We will be getting all of those comments, seeing who subscribed, and we will announce the winner at 28,000 subscribers, which is almost there. We're less than 300 away, I believe, from getting to that level, so super excited for that. So make sure you go over to our YouTube channel and enter our giveaway. We will announce the winner once we get to 28,000 subscribers. But very excited to continue on talking more stuff here on our Spotify as well, so make sure you follow us here as well. Don't forget to hit that like, comment, share, all that good stuff wherever you're listening to, whether it's on Spotify, YouTube, or if you find this on TikTok, wherever you might be listening. We do have multiple social media sites. Culture Elixir is the name. It's Culture Elixir on Instagram, because we couldn't get the Culture Elixir over there, but we sure soon will be able to do that, I hope. But yeah, very interesting stuff with the Idol. Very excited to see what comes next with the Weeknd and Sam Levinson's and Lily Rose Depp's new show. So we'll definitely find out. It will be premiering on HBO this summer. We'll have its premiere at Cannes this week, so we'll definitely be discussing it once that is out. As always, stay safe, stay positive.